Tick Bridge this evening, but let's hear from the great man, Phil Taylor.
The sport itself, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, the game's grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. To be a part of it, to look back when I do retire, it's part of history. You know, there's 8 places and there's millions of dart players want that place. So it's history. You can't get any better. Everybody's got their own personality, trust me, and all the smiley business, what goes on with each other. We all have a laugh and a joke with each other, but everybody's a winner. Nobody wants to lose. That's down to nitty-gritty. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be a winner. Nobody remembers second best.
The man you've been waiting for, Phil the Power Taylor, up against Clinton Tick Bridge.
Thank you, welcome back to the action. This is the Coral Sydney Darts Masters coming to you from the great city of Sydney, Australia. All part of the PDC's World Series, and a very special welcome to the millions of viewers joining us around the world. Let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, Australian qualifier, Tick Tick Boom, Clinton Bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, from Stoke-on-Trent, England, undefeated in Australia. He is the record-breaking, history-making, 16-time the champion of the world. It's Phil the Power Taylor!
Yes, he's a card-carrying superstar packaged in your favourite uncle's body. Here's your commentators, Rod Harrington and Stuart Pike.
What a record Philip Taylor has here in Australia. Unbeaten. Unbeatable? Well, we shall see over the next 3 days here in Sydney. An incredible 5 World Series titles. And 4 of them won here in Australia. So what a task this will be for Tick Bridge. Clinton Bridge, but everybody knows him as Tick, 31-year-old from Geelong, Melbourne, Victoria, a bricklayer, and one of the qualifiers. Tick Bridge has made headlines on this stage before, beating Raymond van Barneveld in Sydney in the first round 2 years ago. If it causes an upset here, it will be an astonishing shock. We shall see. Taylor in the mood, fresh from his win in Perth. What was it I was saying about Taylor being in the mood?
In the mood, you're exactly right. Of course, when people like Phil Taylor kick off with a maximum, The first thing we think of is a 9-darter. Well overdue for the elusive 9-darter. Perhaps Mr. Taylor can help us out. Or perhaps not. He's finished, he's gone, isn't he?
Stephen Bunting awaits the winner. Bunting was excellent, one of the performances of the night so far in the second game. 6-1 winner over David Platt with an average of not far short of 100. We'll switch.
131.
Possible 11-darter for Taylor in the opening leg.
Well, he could make it a 10-dart leg, but if Phil Taylor went for this bullseye, it'd be possibly one of the first times I've ever seen him do it. I've seen him do it against Kevin Painter and upset Kevin many years ago.
Oh, he did!
Well said that. That's unusual for Phil Taylor, I have to say. Then he goes and misses the big number.
Well, I am surprised. Hey, but you can be sure Phil Taylor won't bother about upsetting other players on the opening.
That's possibly why he's done it. A little bit of gamesmanship. However, the number 4 comes to his aid. It's on the board. If they want to do it, it's up to them. You know, I would never take offence to a person going for the bullseye with 3 darts in their hand. Actually, facts do it. I'd rather them go for the bullseye, because when they miss, they've wasted
a dart.
Yeah, they've wasted a dart.
Phil Taylor thinking about entertaining the crowd as well, but it just looks determined, doesn't he?
85.
Incredible record, 16 consecutive wins here in Australia. Back-to-back titles in Sydney, and after last week, back-to-back titles in Perth.
83. A
real character, Tip Bridge, isn't he? He beat another Aussie, John Webber, 6-2 on day 2 of the qualifiers held in Warilla, about an hour or so from Sydney.
Well, Tick's in a good position in leg 2. He's going to get 6 darts from here, maybe even 9. He's found a treble, and now another one of those would help him. It's a very good visit from Bridge. Going to give himself at least a dart at the bullseye when it returns. May even get 6 darts from here.
140.
Typical Taylor. Typical Taylor putting the pressure.
He may only get, as you say, a dart at the ball, and bullseye it is for Bridge. Oh, brilliant Tip Bridge, how about that? That was a great dart. How about that?
Well, he set it up with the 2 treble 19s. And certainly let's give Phil Taylor something to think about.
37.
Tick's going to come in and not scaring Taylor
Well, no,
at all.
absolutely.
I mean,
there'll be respect, but you know, reputations as far as Tip Bridge is concerned count for now. As we saw when he beat Barneveld so well in the first ever Sydney Darts Masters 2 years ago at Luna Park, and thoroughly deserved it.
He's had a few deflections in the 5. I know we're only in leg 3, but there's been a few drifting to the 5 for Taylor, which, like James Wade, doesn't miss big numbers very often.
100.
Yeah, dominant performance, wasn't it, from Taylor in Perth?
16.
He had to really fight against Gary Anderson. Anderson was playing beautifully, he led 5-4, missed chances, and Taylor punished him, but he was too good for James Wade in the final.
16.
11-7 winner.
Well, Taylor rolled off 6 legs on the spin against Gary Anderson from 5-4 down to a 10-5 win. And, well, you'd lose a lot of money if you backed Gary Anderson to lose 6 legs. You would never say you'd lose 6 legs to anybody on the trot. Got a good strong leg here on his throw from Phil Taylor. And of all the professionals, Taylor's the first one to win the throw.
Ticket requirement 150.
Should be back. So 8-8 for Taylor.
16. Failure requires 16. Game Charlotte Bowman.
All 3 legs. One on throw.
Game on.
Well, still to come. Potentially the match of the night between Adrian Lewis and Simon Whitlock. Of course, in this triple header World Series
78.
in Perth, Sydney and Auckland, Whitlock, who in the last 2 years has been one of the seeded players, is only a qualifier, so
1-1.
Yes, he was given a wild card for all 3 events, as was Paul Nicholson.
Roman van Barneveld winning in the opening match of the night. His first win in Sydney after suffering 2 first-round defeats. So Barney waited to find out who he will play. We mentioned Lewis against Whitlock. Barney will play either Michael van Gerwen or Paul Nicholson. That's the last match of the night on the opening night here in Sydney.
58.
Gary Anderson will play the winner of that Whitlock-Lewis game.
Well, as you said, on paper, that is the game of the evening.
16.
It's actually a game that both players need to win. They've both been struggling a little bit. Of course, Simon, if he's to get in to the final in Glasgow in November, that is the easiest route to do well in, well, this one or in Auckland, to nick the seed off of one of the World Series professionals.
Well, Bridge will be hoping. He has 6 starts from here.
Failure require 105.
Well, this would hurt the Aussie. Great first start. Double 16 to inflict some pain.
73.
Well, he's just got to be careful here, Tick, that he's started at the 20, does not kick up too much and hide the double top. Well, that's okay. That's up high enough to find the double top, which he does. Levels the score with Phil Taylor. It just sends out a little message to Taylor that he's still around.
17, 18 points between them in the averages, but Tick Bridge has had 2 darts at double. Hit them. Taylor's now had 2 180s. Over 20 points between them in the averages, but Bridge has taken his chances.
Well, the reason that is, Stuart, I mean, Phil Taylor, not only on his winning legs, but on the losing legs, he's still scoring well. That's why he's over 100. But on the other side of things, Tick Bridge playing really well on his throw, but on Phil Taylor's throw, he's not really doing anything. And that's why there's just on 20 difference in those averages.
43.
Wow, only 43. Another 140 here for Bridge. Not enough.
No, that's a chance. There are only small chances, but if he could have come in with a 140, then he does get the advantage in the leg.
137.
It's Taylor that puts the sucker punch in. They give himself 2 darts at double 18. Still needs a 140. A ton's not really going to be enough, but another one of those trebles might be.
100. Failure required, 96.
Well, this will be the shot of the night. Tick Bridge can take out 143 to break the Taylor throw. He'll give it a go. Just in case Taylor misses. No chance of that. Taylor leads 3-2 here in Sydney. No nod of approval to himself for that dart. Taylor, that double 10 to give him the lead. For the first time in the match, he was under pressure, and he was.
Well, Tick Bridge, his 2 legs have come with his throw, and he's held onto his throw very well. And he's certainly got 2 in this leg, because if Taylor takes this, then the writing could be on the wall for Tick Bridge, but that 140 certainly keeps him in the mix, and he is not scared on his throw. He's taken the game to Taylor.
Well, you mentioned the finishing. I mean, 2 out of 2 so far. But there's going to be 3 out of 3 on the maximums for Taylor, not quite. But when Bridge beat Van Barneveld here 2 years ago, 60% on the doubles. He was exceptional that night. And the same standard of finishing is giving him an outside chance here. But he's playing well, Rod.
He's playing exceptionally well. As I said, against the throw, he's not really doing it, but with the throw, he certainly is. He's only thrown 9 darts and wants 130. Treble will find him going for the bullseye. Now, he may go bullseye here. I don't like to see him go with the bullseye, because the 25 then gives him the option to go for another 25 with 2 darts at double top. On 72, he may only get the 1 dart at the double.
43.
Well, sloppy from Taylor to make it 3-all and just give Mr. Taylor something to think about. Deary me, he's missed the big 16, a lack of concentration to leave tops, and he cannot now finish.
32.
And we have seen Phil Taylor do this so many times. The player gives him a chance. We use the word punish an awful lot in this game, but this guy is the master. Is Tick Bridge going to get a little bit of luck? No, that's the answer, and we see it so many times. A missed number by Tick Bridge stops him getting the dart at double top, and it's Taylor that hits the bullseye. And we do it. We say it so often, don't we?
That hurts, though, doesn't it? It hurts because he missed the chance to make it 3 apiece. Then it hurts to see Taylor hit the ball with the last dart in his hand, and could have been 3-all. Totally different complexion on things now.
Yes, 2 clear, and with the throw. Just 1 slip up in the previous leg from Tick Bridge.
60.
Which cost him perhaps the game. Now he's got to find an exceptional leg against Phil Taylor's throw. Now a 180 would certainly help him out.
90.
One treble of visits to is not going to be enough to beat Taylor on his throw.
If only for Tickbridge.
It's
Possibly tougher than Taylor expected, though. Good pressure again. He's played well.
It is, and that has helped him. I mean, it's easier to get home from 183 and 6 than 221. Phil needs another treble. That possibly is not enough. So now Tick needs to follow up with another couple of trebles. Then he's going to get his throw back.
Just lost direction at the wrong time. Well, so's Phil Taylor.
85.
He started with a 180. He's hit 85 on the ball. Not been at his best, though. Certainly not been at his fluent best, Taylor. Now, treble 19 was the shot.
60.
Well, from 183, Tickbridge has had 6 starts and still wants 78. That's where he's lost it. That's where Phil Taylor has cleaned up. And now he's one leg away from a quarter-final place here tomorrow night.
Yeah. Friday night in Sydney against Stephen Bunting.
85.
In what would be a repeat of last year's Sydney Darts Masters final, which Taylor won comfortably.
54.
Played well, Tickbridge.
Well, you have to think back to that missed big number that cost him a data to double, and he's 100% on his doubles as Taylor puts in his 4th maximum of the match. Sorry, his 3rd maximum. You know, 3 legs all, completely different to 4-2. And certainly the pressure would have been on Taylor a little bit. So now, possibly 6 starts from 127, but would like to wrap it up in 2, and he's going to certainly get a chance to do that.
He's going to go for it, I think. Oh, yes! To win it in style. 2 ball finishes for Phil Taylor, 3 maximums, job done. It's now 17 consecutive wins in the World Series in Australia. It's Taylor against Bunting in the quarterfinals in a repeat of last year's final. And coming up next, though, the match of the night is the Aussie #1 Simon Whitlock takes on the world #5 Adrian Lewis.
There he is, the boy from Australia who put up a terrific fight, Clinton Tick Bridge, but it was, of course, Phil Taylor. He announced himself starting with a 180, looking terrific all the way through. There was a chance for Bridge to get back into a 3-all, didn't quite take that opportunity. Phil Taylor, Bulls, 180s, looking the great good that he is, still undefeated, 17 matches now in Australia, undefeated. We'll go to the stats now, Rod Harrington. He started well and he finished well.
Well, he did. I mean, the first 100 average of the evening, 55% on doubles is brilliant. But as you said, the 6th leg, when Tick had a chance for a Dana double and missed the big number. But the 85 on the ball and the 127 on the bullseye were 2 sucker punches, and the reason he ended up a convincing winner.
All right, there's plenty of competition in this